Yo, what's good everyone? I hope everyone's good. I haven't posted in like a little while, like 3-4 weeks. No excuse to that. Just been doing my own thing, just been chilling. But I hope everyone's doing good. Thanks for clicking on the video like always. And there's nothing else I really want to say, so I just want to get straight into the video. So this video is going to be about like New Year's resolutions, like new goals, new year, new me, that type of stuff. Because I think it's a bunch of bullshit. And I'm not trying to come into this video straight away like bad mouthing anyone or anything like that. Just a heads up, it's just being realistic that most people who start new year, new me like type of thing, that trend or whatever you want to call it, they either don't start or they don't stick with it. That's just like the reality of it. And I'm going to use some points and lay out to why. So you will have a connection, you will have value to why you want to improve. Because a lot of people are like, well, it's the New Year's, fresh start. Yeah, but why is that it? Like, if I said, why do people start fresh on the New Year? You'll be like, well, because it's the New Year. And then if you go further and ask, yeah, but why? They probably can't give you an answer. It's just one day they made this celebration just like every other celebration. And they celebrate it cluelessly without actually knowing. You know what I mean? You just celebrate New Year's and say you're going to start something new just because that's what everyone else does. Doesn't mean it's right. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't improve and you shouldn't set goals and you shouldn't change for the better. I agree with that, but you should be trying to do that, especially if you have the resources to take action, right? So, starting on New Year, when you're wanting to start before, you're just delaying progress. Like if you want to go gym and it's like October, I understand it's nervous, you've never been gym, and you're like, you know what, I'll wait November, December and start January. That's 2 months of gym progress of either putting on muscle or losing weight or putting on weight that you could have done by going gym. And you could say, well, I'm nervous, I'm scared. Well, is that feeling really going to go in 2 months' time when there's probably going to be more people because it's the new year and everybody else is doing new year, new me type of bullshit? No, it's not going to magically disappear. And here's my logic, right? So if you've been an addict to drinking or smoking for like a decade, let's say, your body obviously craves the feeling, them symptoms, and that's down to your mind, right? Giving in because you want to feel like that because it feels good. But feeling good and actually feeling good is not the same thing. So you give in to these cravings because obviously you want the feeling, so you may have another drink or you may have another cigarette or fag or whatever, right? But what is going to change on the 1st of January? Are those cravings going to naturally disappear? Boom. No, they're not. And what a lot of people do as well is they do this. You know what? I'll wait for New Year and I'll just chill with the habits I have now and not even try and take baby steps. And what that does is it just causes another problem. So a lot of people, what they do is they do the thing that they said they're going to quit on the 31st of December, which is literally less than a day or a day before the 1st of January. So you're telling me overnight you're going to go, if that's the case, then you could have done that before and you could have made a lot more progress. So that itself is a sign that you're not going to stick with it or even start. You know what I mean? Imagine drinking on the 31st of December to celebrate you and like your family, just, I don't know, going through the year or whatever, and then you're already drinking when you said you wasn't supposed to drink, and you're like, oh, you know what's the 31st of December? That means you're putting your habits and traits, you're putting that power into a date. So you're basically saying that date has more power than you because you're saying this date can make you stop these habits, but you can't. So you have to wait for that date. So you're delaying yourself and progress when you could actually start before. Because if you can go on the 1st of January, why can't you go now? It's because you can't. And the reason for that is because your body and your mind isn't going to go, like, pull out these cravings from your body and, like, the symptoms will be like, you know what? I don't even like smoking. That's just not going to happen. And especially if you're not taking baby steps as well. Like I said, maybe the day before you could be smoking or drinking or doing whatever your habit is. You know what I mean? It's like gym as well. Say if you're nervous and you didn't want to start until January, maybe do home workouts at home and you have that time to scroll on your phone in the comfort of your own house to learn information about gym. So when you go to the gym, you'll feel more confident because you already know what machines are there, what to do, because you've had 2 months of doing home workouts and scrolling. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't want to go gym because they don't know what it's like in there, don't know what the people are like. So maybe use that time to scroll to see what you could do and learn. That's where a lot of people fall for a trap. It's like, yeah, new year, new me, but right till the end, they're still doing the things that they say they want to stop. And they don't even try and take at least baby steps or a little bit of action. And there's no value within it because they're just doing it because it's New Year's. Yes, you want to improve yourself, but why? Oh, because it's New Year's. You will have a deeper reason. And this is where analogy comes in. I've got 2 books. I've been holding on to these books while like fucking doing hand gestures the whole time. But yeah, I've got 2 books. So let me flip them the other way. So this is my story that I've written with my own thoughts, imagination, all my real life experiences. And this is my friend's book. So imagine this was your friend and imagine this was you. He's got his own story or she's got her own story. And that's their connection to this book because they've written it. But what if I was to not write my story, I'll put the book over here, and I was to copy my friend's story, and now this is mine. There's no connection to it because I didn't think of it, and it's not from an experience of mine. So I've just copied that. And that's what people are doing with New Year's resolutions. They just copy what everyone else is doing. Oh, you know, New Year, let's just improve. But they don't actually know why they want to improve. It's just because it's the 1st of January, which that title alone is not going to be strong enough to break your addiction, because your addiction comes down to your mind. The only thing that's stopping you from starting or stopping is you. Like I said, I'm all for improving and making a change, but making that change you're not going to stick with or even start, and that's why I'm giving this video for like a heads up. A lot of people may have already failed their New Year's resolution goal and just given up. Be like, well, I've already failed, so you know what, I'm not going to stick with it. I do things like that now. Say if I go to bed past my bedtime for whatever the reason, well, me, I would be the reason, but you know what I mean. I would be like, well, it's gone past my bedtime, so it doesn't really matter if I stay up for like a little bit longer. You know what I mean? So that's what people do, but it's something so big to where it can actually like affect your life. Because if you want to start gym and you're like, well, I didn't start, you know, or I went for a week and I find it too hard, and then they stop, it's like, are you going to do that again when the next year rolls around? If not, then you just wasted so much time and potential. Wasted time is down to a perspective thing. Like me meditating for an hour, some people call that a waste of time. I don't, because it brings me like better emotions, it calms my mind, I can speak and think to myself and like stuff like that. But that is actually wasted time just for the fact of your procrastination. If you're like, I'm gonna do it, and you don't even try it, or you try it and then stop, you've wasted all that time that you built up when you could have started and didn't stick with it. So that there is wasted time. I don't even think that's a perspective thing, or at least to me anyway. So this is just an eye-opener that you need to take baby steps with the habits you have or that you want to start. So if it's gym and you're nervous and you're scared, it's understandable. Maybe if you have friends or family, try and talk to them about the gym. Look on YouTube and TikTok and like look at how people use different machines and have videos. Because I've done this before, literally, most gym people have done this. You've got a gym video in the gym when you first started and you've dimmed your brightness. Pretty much most people have done that. And you may not want to do that in the gym, and that hence why everyone dims the brightness. So if you learn while you're at home, maybe do some home workouts like running, maybe some push-ups and stuff like that, you can get some progress and knowledge, and then you're doing it in the comfort of your own home. Then start. If you're someone who's got an addict for drinking or smoking and you've been doing that for a while, obviously you're going to have to take baby steps, because you're not going to overnight just stop. And if you can just go overnight on the 1st of January, the only reason you're doing that is because you're getting in like to yourself, like, you know what, 1st of January I'm actually going to stick with it, and then you might probably not, because you've waited till that date. But if you do stick with your New Year's resolution goals and stuff like that, that's amazing. I'm not going to discredit you for that. But I will still say you gotta find value and a connection to the things you're trying to do or stop. Like, why do you even want to stop smoking in the first place? Is it just because it's New Year's, or is it actually damaging your health and you really don't want to do it because it can lead to a future where you're not alive or something like that? You have to really think to yourself, why do you want to stop, change, or start these things? And when you actually have that time, that will allow you to progress, because when you understand yourself, you'll progress just from that alone. This is your life, your reality. You're always going to have you. And if you place value within yourself, that's a powerful thing. Because when times are rough and you may not have everyone, or there's no one around you can really help, or even there, if you've got you and value within yourself, you're going to know what to do in a lot of situations. Because you've got you've got your own back, right? If you're someone who don't place value or any credit within themselves, or don't even like themselves, not trying to dig at anyone, like I said, it's going to be hard for you to pull yourself out of sticky situations when you may not have anyone. This is your life after all. Like I said, you live in your mind when you think about it, so you want to make it a good place to be. So, baby steps, obviously, try and stop smoking. I know I'm not a smoker, so I don't really know exactly what help, but what a lot of people do is they vape, but I think vaping and smoking is literally just as bad. I don't think one's better than the other, really. I don't know all the ins and outs, but just in my opinion, they're pretty much the same. But with vaping, I've seen some people get like flavoured toothpicks and chew on the toothpick because it's like the same flavour as like vapes. So a lot of people like the flavour of vapes, so they get a toothpick, which is quite a cool idea. Like, you may look... It may feel like you're going to look a bit silly chewing on a bit of wood, but would you rather that or damaging like the inside of your body? You know what I mean? And with smoking, I don't know, maybe try and have one fag one day and then one not, and then one day, and then maybe do 2 days. And try and replace that habit. Because like I said, it's all about replacing. Like, if I was to game 6 hours, then I would stop, especially that I don't work right now. It's like, what am I going to do for that 6 hours? Add a bit to my routine, yeah, but then I'm just going to chill because everyone chills. No one's got really 100% productive day unless you're someone who's really, really up there, who's got like a good mentality and has like got far in life. I don't see people waiting for New Year's resolution to have a 100% productive day. And I don't have a 100% productive day, so I'm going to go back to gaming and going on my phone, and going on my phone is no different to playing a game. So you smoke and then you go to vaping and you branch out to different things. So when I work, that would naturally cut out my hours from gaming without me even trying to quit the gaming. You know what I mean? So there's a replacement. So you have to think of something that you actually have a connection with and value with to replace your bad habits of either smoking or drinking or whatever it may be. You know what I mean? So, that's just like a little heads up for the New Year's stuff. Don't fall for the trap of New Year, New Me. How about new opportunity, new you? When you have the resources to strike at a new opportunity to help with your goals, do it. You may be in a situation where you can't exactly do that, but at least plan where you want to be. Like I said, divine timing is a real thing, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't plan. Best of luck. I hope if you have started like your new goals this year, I hope you do stick with it, honestly. And if you don't beat yourself up, right? This video isn't to make you feel like shit. This is just an eye-opener to why a lot of people fail, or why you might fail, because they don't look at the details. They just like hop on the trend of New Year, New Me, just like they hop on the trend of self-improvement and stuff like that. So don't beat yourself up over it. Just listen to the video and think what you can do about your life. Hope everyone has a good day. I'll see you lot in a bit.